went to Texas A&M, and there's not a lot of creatives that come out of Texas A&M, but I got a business degree there. And so I think that colored my perspective on the arts as I have gone through my career. I mean, I've always considered myself a business person first and an artist second, for better or for worse. But I also believe that without commerce, art doesn't exist. It's just a hobby.
Right, totally.
So if you want to make a living of doing art, you better start treating it as a business. So many young photographers and people coming out of school just can't wrap their head around that. And what I'm specifically talking about is selling your work.
Right.
And that's hard for a lot of people. Call me a whore or whatever. Like I was out there kind of pounding the pavement from day one because I knew that's how businesses work.
Yep.
Like people don't just magically come to you. Some of the most successful fine artists that I know, photographers or painters, they're incredible salesmen and salespeople. And it's like, you've got to be able to sell your work. And that's the same in advertising too, especially before you have an agent. You've got to be able to go into an ad agency with your portfolio and tell them, here's my work. This is what I'm about. This is my process. Like, you just got to be able to talk about yourself and your work. And that's tough for a lot of young photographers to kind of straddle that line between commerce and art.
Completely agree. I mean, you see people fail all the time. There's very talented creatives out there that they don't have the personality and kind of wherewithal to go out there and sell, like it's not that it feels that great all the time, it just is what it is, like there's not,
I mean, look,
selling homes or something and but you're selling yourself, you're selling your art and you're selling yourself. Even when you look at like Tyler Shields was on my show and he's had a very successful fine art career. There's no question. And he has an amazing story, like his bio, but he's also like, he's a master at marketing that bio.
Sure.
Don't be confused about what he's doing. He's selling himself as like this persona and it helps his art career and it's all sales still.
Absolutely. Well, and that's a great point too in the world of art is like, you're also selling your persona, like you're selling this kind of personality or this brand, especially in that kind of aesthetic or style of artwork. It's a tricky world to balance. But you have to look at it from a business perspective for sure.
Yeah. Like you said, if you want to survive, I mean, unless you just want to have a day job and create art on the side, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's great too.
Right.
Yeah. If you're trying to make a career out of this, I hate when people get a little too wrapped up in the like, do what you love and the money will come. And you're like, yeah, but
Totally.
So some of it you're not going to love because it's going to involve like a lot of just business, and if you're a creative, you probably didn't get in this world to be like a business person, but like that is the inevitable reality.
Right. Especially if you're going to hit a certain level.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially if you're going to hit a certain level, the inevitable reality is that you need to treat this like a business.
Yep.